At my interview as to which force I wanted to go into, I said straight away to them that I would like to opt for the Royal Air Force. And then after that I was posted to Moncton, New Brunswick in Canada, and that's where my flying started. But the weather was so bad that we couldn't continue with our course, so the whole of the course of 42 of us all were posted out west to Weyburn in Saskatchewan. Then we started training on Harvard seriously. I did fairly well with flying, and eventually passed all the training schemes like long distance flying and aerobatics and spins and landings and such like, and the time came for me to accept my wings. I was chosen to become a flying instructor. They chose people that they thought would make good instructors, and I was one of them. And on top of that, it would mean staying in Canada probably for the rest of the war. Not that I was worried too much about that, but my parents obviously were, and I knew that. I was then posted to the aerodromes that I spent the rest of the time there doing instructing, which I did enjoy very much, and I think was successful. I was training primary course students at Pendleton when D-Day came. And we were literally posted all the way back to Portsmouth, and we landed at Portsmouth and were given leave for Christmas. My closest friend, flying friend, when I was in Canada would be Norman Willis. I first met him when we arrived at Moncton, and he showed me a photograph of his fiancée who was longing to get back to, and he, of course, had no picture of her except just a hazy photograph, and I said to him I would like to take a sketch of that and give it to you. When I went to see him after the war, when it was all over, he still had that sketch picture framed in his drawing room, and it brought back quite happy memories for me. He unfortunately died about 6 or 8 years ago, but I still keep in touch with his little Margaret that I sketched there, and he was a nice man. While I was in Canada, I kept a diary. Although I shouldn't have done, you weren't allowed to do that in case what you wrote down came into hands that shouldn't receive it. There were a lot of sketches of gremlins and things like that in it, and a lot of telegrams from my loved ones at home. I was lucky to be able to do that because events do fade from one's mind, I mean, as you get older, and sometimes when I read back here I get great pleasure in doing so.